Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1 studying investigative auditing and forensic accounting. Here we will present the result of our discussion entitled Investigative Audit on Education Fund and Affiliated Transaction of PT Edu Global Mandiri. Before we jump into the main topic, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Alvida Orikantares.
I'm Vida Hindasari.
I'm Maria Torahani. And I'm Emma Amala.
So the first topic will be presented by Vina.
Our core priorities from this case are financial fraud that we found a 1.3 billion discrepancy in PIP funds, 10.5 billion reported versus only 9.2 billion confirmed by the bank. Second one is governance failure that a clear conflict of interest where AGM purchased materials from a director-owned company at 20% price markup, bypassing proper tender procedures. The third one is IT risk that the double-tick system is critically flawed as it lacks an audit trail. This means we cannot trace who made the 25 recorded data changes, posing a high risk for data manipulation to inflate fund allocation. Our investigation strategy for this case is we will combine tests of control to check internal procedures, substantive tests to validate financial figures, including direct confirmation with the bank and beneficiaries, and forensic technique. Crucially, we will deploy Bedford's law and data mining to detect hidden manipulation patterns in the fund distribution data. This comprehensive approach ensures we precisely quantify the extent of the fund, hold responsible parties accountable, and restore integrity to the GM system.
The next explanation focuses on the recommended approach for reliable audit findings, which involves using a combination of statistical sampling techniques. These include random sampling, systematic sampling, and monetary unit sampling applied to major areas such as PIP funds disbursement, cooperative income, and operating costs. Moreover, stratified sampling is particularly effective for heterogeneous population like digital textbook procurement. In situations involving high risk or small populations, such as change in student records and audit documentation, auditors should implement 100% testing to guarantee both the reliability and compliance with ISA 530. Additionally, maintaining comprehensive audit documentation in accordance with international standards greatly supports the consistency and credibility of the audit process. Furthermore, in dealing with affiliated transactions, it is important to consider both legal and governance risks. Legally, violations often occur when the board of directors fails to disclose conflict of interest or makes decisions that undermine transparency. On the governance side, risk can escalate when there is insufficient independence, accountability, and adherence to open procurement practice. For example, the use of post or PIP funds to purchase goods at inflated prices without going through a tender can indicate corruption and weak internal controls, which may lead to fraud and serious reputational losses. Therefore, strengthening compliance and governance is essential for organizations to safeguard against these threats in affiliated transactions.
Next, I will explain the use of IT tools in the forensic audit of PTEGM. The audit uses several technologies to strengthen evidence and identify irregularities. First, we conduct data analysis by comparing EGM's internal data with government bank records. Second, we apply Bedford's law to identify unusual number pattern that could indicate manipulation in both PIP data and related transactions. Lastly, the team used forensic IT tools to find missing or altered information in the scaffolding system, including changes in student data that might.
To prevent similar cases, we recommend that the Ministry of Education strengthen regulation and supervision of private partners, especially those that are high risk. Internal control standards must be tightened, such as digital audit, trail separation of duties, and effective violation reporting systems with strict sanction for violators. In addition, a digital platform is needed to monitor funds in real time, increase auditors' capacity through specialized training, and establish a special audit unit for surprise audits and investigations.
That is our presentation about investigative audit of the education funds and affiliate transaction of PT Edu Global Mandiri. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum.